Well, it's time for my last video of the year. Usually around this time, I am all about setting goals for the new year, looking back on the year that just passed, and basically just doing all of the organizational things. Whereas this year, I'm finding myself mostly, Hey Word Nerds, happy Thursday. So today I wanted to talk about goals, but specifically the idea of purposefully not setting them, which is not something I've done. I don't want to say ever, but it's definitely been a really long time. For most of my life, I've been a very aggressively goal-oriented person. I like to break down where I want to go, the steps I need to get there, and basically any solid chunk of time, I am looking at it in terms of, okay, what do I want to get done? Whether that is planning for my week, my month, my year, all of it. Whereas this year, I'm finding myself in a very different headspace, and I'm not sure what to do about it. Obviously, my goals for this year / last year, 2019, did not go the way I had planned. They never do. And as I'm looking ahead to 2020, I'm not finding myself drawn to any specific goals. And I'm not sure if this is a good thing or maybe a bad thing. In terms of it being a good thing, I'm sure there's a lot to be said for not putting too much pressure on yourself or letting yourself kind of go with the flow and see where a year takes you. But on the other hand, I know myself and I know I can be a little bit directionless or working in too many directions at once if I don't have a specific goal ahead of me. But at the same time, I get myself all kinds of stressed out or I'm not flexible enough. So there doesn't seem to be a happy medium in terms of a healthy amount of goal setting for me. And I don't know if this is something any of you can relate to at all, but maybe some of you are also starting to think about 2020 and what you're hoping it will bring. So this year I wanted to mix it up a little bit and set a different kind of goal for myself. And simply put, that goal is just to encourage myself to do things differently than how I always do them. I tend to have a set way of doing things, a way I tell myself, this is me, this is how I do things, and those don't always serve me well. It's also possible that some habits and routines go kind of out of date as you grow and change as a person. So for 2020, I am letting myself try new things that I don't usually consider to be a good fit for me because maybe they are now. I'm still going to follow my gut and not do anything I'm uncomfortable with, but maybe I explore things like querying and looking at the traditional publishing route, or maybe writing isn't a focus for me in 2020, or maybe I try something completely different. I don't know, and I'm gonna let myself figure it out as I go. At least I hope I am, because I know how easy it is to fall into old habits. I've been doing things one way for a decade, but this is 2020, it is the beginning of a new decade, and as far as fresh starts go, this is one of the biggest ones we're going to get. So I think this is a good time for any of you who are looking to find ways to grow as people or explore new avenues, to kind of sit down, figure out what your habits and routines are and how you can maybe explore doing things differently as we head into January and 2020. If we're looking at writing, maybe you have always been a pantser and this is going to be the year you try taking your time and doing some plotting before jumping into a project, or maybe you're going to start a project that you've been putting off for a really long time, or try something new in order to refill your creative inkwell. There are so many possibilities, but if there's anything new you are hoping to try in 2020, absolutely let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to look through all of those and get excited about what the new year is going to bring. In the meantime, happy reading, happy writing, enjoy the rest of 2019, and I will see you next year, also on Sunday for our next live chat.